마이소르의 프라크티푸드라는 로컬 푸드 판매장에 왔다. 마침 이곳에서 차르카라는 물레로 실을 짜는 워크숍이 있어서 참여했다. 프라크티푸드는 지역에서 생산된 유기 농산물이나 가공품을 판매하고 워크숍과 공연을 열기도 하는 공간이다. 우리가 농산물을 구입할 때 거기에는 유통과 저장하는 데 필요한 비용도 포함된다. 그래서 보다 먼 지역으로 유통이 될수록 생산자는 저장과 유통에 대한 비용을 줄이고 신선도를 유지하기 위해 화학비료나 살충제 같은 농약들을 더 투여하거나 저장고를 더 가동시키게 된다. 그러나 조금 더 생각해보면 그 방식은 결코 현명하지 못하다는 것을 알 수 있다. 그렇게 할수록 토양이 파괴되고 지속 가능한 농업을 할 수 없을 뿐더러 지구 온난화 또한 가속화되며 결국 그 화는 우리 모두에게 돌아오게 된다. 하지만 지역 내에서 농산물을 생산하고 소비하면 앞서 말한 부정적인 요인들을 절감시킬 수 있고 보다 건강한 먹거리를 섭취할 수 있다. 아버지와 함께 인도를 여행했었던 쌍케가 이곳에서 공연을 하자고 제안했다. 우리의 노래와 이야기가 함께하는 스토리텔링 공연이었다. 여러모로 우리를 도와주려는 쌍케의 마음이 그저 고마웠다.
That is who Insan.
He is
Insan. That is you.
And next, Insang will
Sing a song.
Yeah.
This one Jang sing song.
Yeah, Jamsung.
Yeah.
And after singing,
Huh.
and he how to say dom shit
Shit, yeah,
rain
yeah.
and
Oh, that's all the shit.
uh,
Oh, that's good shit. Fertilizer is shit. No? You put shit on the
Ah,
soil.
Yeah.
after it dries and after it composts, then
You were doing that in Sandal Forest.
고치에서 만났던 친구들도 공연을 보러 와주었다. आपका नाम क्या है? हाँ? आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम अरुण है.
So you can make your
Pick your fruit.
yeah,
They mix the
with sugar cane. And these are the combination. Eh.
डॉक्यूमेंट कर रहे हैं द क्राइम्स ऑन इंडियन रोड्स.
Back in 2014, right? Like, till 2013, I was working in a corporate job in Bangalore, and then I kind of got disillusioned with the whole concept of growth, like, you know. And so I wanted to travel more, and I wanted to explore the country more. So 2014, I voted in our iconic elections, and then I started backpacking. I focused mostly in the mountains. For 7 months, I was in the mountains. So there in Ladakh, the Dalai Lama was organizing this Kala Chakra event. It's a massive ritual, and So this in this ritual, what they were hosted out of a village or close by to Leh, and the organizers of this village would go around asking the villagers, it's like, what's your capacity in the house, how many guests we can accommodate, and they had this whole Excel sheet of who can accommodate how many people. You go to these organizers and you say like, I want a place to stay in the village, they'll hook you up with a host, and free of charge, nothing, and these homes would welcome all strangers of any kind, any faith, any country, and things like that. So it was a beautiful concept for me to see. And so while I was in this house, in this Ladakhi house, then this old man comes in, and he's from South Korea. It's their father, Song Young Song, and then like generally as you sit together, you start to try to have a conversation, but it was very difficult. He didn't know English, he didn't know Hindi, he didn't know, obviously he did not know Hindi, and then but we were there in the same room like inmates, and so we would try to get to know each other, however we can. I had to unlearn my English, I had to use simpler words, like break it down, use words. We were conversing mostly with words. It's like, oh food, oh organic good, I farmer. And it's like, oh, okay, me engineer. And then whenever we had to converse in like complex topics, and he'll try to say something song, and then we'll be like, English. And then he'll open his phone, try to translate, GMO, and then it's like, I didn't know about GMO so much, and then he's like, yeah, GMO, bad, and Vandana Shiva, good lady, Himalaya, like that, So we were trying to have like multiple conversations like that, but everywhere we would go, he was always interested in, actually that's how the conversation about GMO and seeds started. He would go to the village, and then he'll be like, seeds, show me seeds. And I was like, why? And then he'll go around, like, he wanted to know if it's natural seed or GM seed. And then, so I would help him, and I was like, we got a packet, and it was actually GM seed in Ladakh, a hybrid seed rather. And he says, no, this is not natural now. So even back there in remote corners, you don't get natural seeds anymore. The culture of natural seed preservation is not there. And so that basically started off a conversation about Monsanto. Then I would read up, then I would ask him, and things like that. And I got to know Vandana Shiva. I watched a lot of documentaries and things like that. Most of you know Vandana Shiva, right?
Yes.
Over here. Yeah, so in 1980s he was a student. He was participating in the pro-democracy movement. South Korea didn't have democracy until 1980s, which I wasn't aware of. And so during this protest, I think Song read a lot about Indian spirituality also, like Gandhi, Buddha, and he also wanted to connect back to his roots, Buddhism. So he traveled back again in South Korea after the protests got over, and he always wanted to come to India. He wanted to become a monk. He wanted to come to India, travel around India, because that spirituality reconnecting to Buddhism, which is most of their roots over there. And he had been wanting to do that. Then he happened to meet their mother, and their mother also had a fascination for India, and they thought, we'll go together, let's get married. They got married, then they had Inyo. Inyo is the elder son, and then soon later they had Insang, and so then family responsibilities kicked in, and they had to earn money. Now they have to take care of a family. Yeah, so he moved to the mountainside, and with the motto of like, let's make less money, spend less money, but live a more happy life, right? So with that motto, Inyo and Insang, the whole family, they started to move to the village, and their father was a writer. I mean, he started writing about his life in the village now, as a natural farmer, as how a family is leading this life in transition. Their mother is a painter, so she will teach the kids neighborhood to paint. She would also make interesting, she would fix the houses with whatever is available, whatever is junk. So she would try to be more creative in how to run the house, how to teach that to the kids, and that Song would write all this, to the online magazines and things like that. And they also started to make films about their life. And so this was them doing natural farming. This is a soybean. Soybean what? Cube. Yeah. So with soybeans, they boil it in water and then they pound it and things like that. And all of every aspect of their life, they were documenting it just so that it could maybe come across as. Yes, there's a long way to go. Oh, I think that's an important side to see. They would build a toilet with dry compost, and they would use that as a soil bed also. So this was in Sang or in your in Sang. Being shy. We went to Tirunamalai, and Ramana Maharshi's Kuamai also had become one of his central influences of spirituality, and so he spent a month here, Song, and so Inyo and Insang in their previous trips they did not visit there, so now they visited. They went to the same spot where their father was meditating every day, and so they took a photo and sent it to me, and like we found the spot. One of Song's favorite place is Munsiari. It's in Uttarakhand, and he loved the mountains there a lot, and he loved the people there a lot, and he stayed there for quite some time. And then I asked him, like, how did you manage to stay there? And he went to weddings, people would take him around, come to this wedding, come to that, and he would show me all these photos, and it's like, you don't know the language, how did you kind of connect? And he said whenever city people would meet him, like as a foreigner, they're curious, they would try to start a conversation, and the moment they realize he doesn't know English, they just okay, bye bye, and they would stop conversations, and they would not make further attempts at having a conversation with him. But whereas in the village, it's like, they don't know English, I don't know English, good friends. so yeah, after their multiple trips to India, I think in 2018 also they had come, and they went back, and they started going back to a smaller house in the mountains, and the father sat down to write his travel experiences. I think he published 2 or 3 books about India, about his collected travelogues to India. It's in Korean, and so the boys also decided to move in with their father instead of like pursuing in Seoul, wanted to live that simple life again, and the father also decided to organize a festival, like to share his experiences, to get more musicians, gather around, create more frequent gatherings in the village, and out of nothing, like he had this confidence that whatever we are doing, if we are doing for good, people will come. Like even if we don't need a huge money to organize a conference or organize a festival, and people would just come. Like don't worry about it, and I will cook for them, and they will bring their vegetables, whatever, and don't worry about food. Insan was a little worried. How do we do this without money? He's like, don't worry, we'll make it happen. And so that itself was this organizing this festival and seeing all people gather without any money was one of like major life lessons, learning experiences for them. So he called the festival the Plenty Festival. It's like we have plenty. We don't have money, but we have plenty. So that was the theme, and so a lot of musicians had gathered, and yeah. So while they've just finished organizing this festival, they had a great time, and they learnt a lot. As I said, like without money, you can get people together, you can have a good time and all that. Just after that, I guess. The father complained a lot of pain, and he had like crazy stomach pain, and so they took him to the hospital, and he was diagnosed with abdominal cancer. And so for him, like cancer cells are also part of us, like and they are the bad cells. And how do we get rid of these bad cells. Like I think what chemo does is they just not only kills cancer cells, it kills even healthy cells also.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of like casualty in that sense, right? Like he equated that to the society too. Like he said like like corrupt prosecutors, corrupt politicians, ugly politicians, capitalists who kind of exploit blood and sweat of others, journalists who don't bring out the true stories but write false stories or do not pursue the truth. They're all like cancer cells within the society. They're all accumulated evils, and we cannot just wish all these evils to just be gone by just massively killing everybody, and there'll be good people also that die with it. And so that's how he equated even health treatment to him. And the only way, I'm cutting short a lot of lighting over here. The only way is to heal within yourself, right? And by living more with nature, by loving yourself and loving others, that's how only society can heal itself. Like just massively killing all bad people is not the solution, right? And similarly, he felt like all our health diseases is somewhat similar. We need to lead a more balanced life, a natural life. So he started living more like a monk now, which he had once dreamed about. And he started doing a lot of natural food therapy and a lot of yoga, a lot of walks in the forest, I think even barefoot walking. And he would still organize many festivals even despite going through this pain. And he said everything should be back to normal, and he was even more conscious about the kind of food he took in, so the boys also decided to stay with their father and continue this, helping him grow stuff, be farmers themselves too, and they're all from the farm, directly from the farm to play it. This is also Gandhi had written in Hind Swaraj, and when I was having conversation with them, it quickly reminded me of this and about doctors, the condition of India and doctors, what Gandhi had written. I overeat, I have indigestion. I go to a doctor, he gives me medicine, I'm cured. I overeat again, I take his pills again, and I'm cured again. And had I not taken the pills in the first instance, I would have suffered. And I would have suffered because I overate. That is the punishment for overeating. But the doctor intervened and helped me indulge myself. So my body felt at ease, but my mind became weakened. So a continuous course of medicine must therefore result in a loss of control over the mind. So this is what I felt like Sam also felt in essence, and so he decided to lead a more healthy life rather than taking medications, medicines, and try to heal within from oneself with love and kindness rather than brute force. But I think last year, June 2nd, their father passed away, and he left them with a will or a testament rather, okay, as a guide to Inyo and Insang on how to lead their lives. So Inyo would read it out in Korean, and then I would read the translation part of that testament.
너희들이 진정으로 기쁘게 할 수 있는 일을 해라.
Do what makes you truly happy. Right.
안 좋은 습은 버리고 좋은 습을 기르다 보면 꽃피면 열매가 맺히듯 진정한 행복이 저절로 찾아온다. 반드시 명심해라. 그 행복한 습이 너희들 몸과 마음에 배어드는 순간 반드시 내가 너희 곁에 있게 될 것임을.
Tell the people around me that I was always thankful, I was happy to have them. Love the people around you and have mercy as I loved you. Give everything possible, whether it is mind or matter. Everything will return to you as much as you give and love. Yeah, put my ashes in the ashes box. just to respect the opinions of my family. Bury me beside your grandfather's grave. Leave a little bit, and this little bit sprinkle in the sea of goheng. It serves as food for the fish. If you do get a chance to go to the hills of Munshiari in North India in Himalayas, where there's nothing else, there blow my ashes in the wind.
That's why we come to here.
Correct, yeah. So that you can visit the Himalayas often, and they're on their way there to blow that little bit of ashes. Yeah, this will make you visit Himalayas often, and if you walk alone in a quiet place where there's no one in these highlands in the Himalayas, you will know what the path of mankind should go, where the path of mankind should go, and what true happiness is. I'm sure it will help you a lot on your way to true happiness.
모든 것에 고맙고 미안한 마음가짐으로 살아라. 너희들에게 밤새 얘기해도 끝이 없지만 그동안 잔소리와 메모나 글을 통해 접하길 바란다. 메모장 곳곳에 아빠가 나름 터득한 삶의 지혜와 아빠의 유언이 새겨져 있을 것이다.
Don't grieve for my death. Death is just another step for another life. I will smile and go. I hope you have a truly happy life. I wish you a truly happy life. I'll emphasize it again. You can definitely meet me somewhere, and if you place your mind close to your heart, in one life I will be your teacher, your student, and your colleague. We will definitely meet. Just clear your hearts, and we will definitely meet again.
우리의 이야기를 들으러 이렇게 찾아와 귀 기울여준 사람들에게 감사했다. 보람을 느끼고 자신감도 생겼다. 사실은 무엇보다 아버지 생각이 많이 났다. 공연을 보러 와준 어떤 분이 지금 여기에 아버지가 함께 계시는 것 같다고 말해주었다.
No.
No. Okay.
공연을 보러 와주셨던 다누자 선생님의 집에서 며칠을 머물렀다. 다누자 선생님은 새를 연구하고 환경운동을 하시는 분인데 한국 문화와 한국의 언어에 관심이 많으셨다.
Oh, spring. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
spring,
okay, okay. Like the cherry blossom spring.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, it's like my heart calmly. Beautiful spring.
그냥 집에서 머무르라고 하셨지만 그러기엔 너무 죄송해서 한국어를 알려드렸다.
So 고운 means more softly.
Okay.
Beautiful woman, like just beautiful.
Huh.
But 예쁜 여자 is
Huh.
beautiful woman.
Woman.
고운 여자 means more softly.
Okay.
Like
okay.
my grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How to say
Ga.
ga
Ga.
ga
Ga.
ga
Ka. This one is ka.
ga just ga
Ka.
인도에는 약 200개의 언어가 있다고 한다.
Ga.
ga
그 중에서도 다누자 선생님의 고향 카르나타카에서 주로 사용하는 언어인 카나다에 대해 조금 알려주셨다.
No.
da.
Pa, pa, ba, ma. So we have all this in Kannada as well. And like you write ka
Ka yes
and kya,
kya
we write ka. Actually it's k
k
plus a. Ka.
ka
It's k plus a. Ka.
ka
Yeah. So it's half. We add it like this. K plus a ka. K plus a ka. The way you write it,
Yeah.
like this. It's this. K plus E.
아.
This is A.
아,
A. E. Ki.
like 자음문.
Yes.
아.
This is moon. This is consonants, right? Always.
yes.
So it's. I don't want to tell.
받아쓰기.
Yeah. So what time you want to give?
you.
No, you tell me so that I'll prepare myself for that. If you ask me, I'll say 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You tell me, I'll prepare myself for that.
Okay, so 5.
Okay.
5:30.
Ho young. This is not it, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
거기.
No,
거기.
it isn't. Go.
Repeat. 고향.
Yeah.
고향. 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 고향.
음.